This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at Little Fish Theater for their presentation of Dear Master. Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI, 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Branda Locke. I directed Dear Master by Dorothy Bryant.
So, question, what drew you to this piece?
I have to say I've always been a fan of French romantic literature. I'm a big fan of George Sand and Gustave Flaubert, and of course the script. I read it, and I had never read their letters of correspondence before. I got this script and realized that they had letters of correspondence together while they were living, and then I did go ahead and read the English translation of those, and I was riveted. And I think this play just beautifully dramatizes the relationship that those two people had in their lifetime.
I thought it was very poetic, obviously, and also I thought it was very autobiographical. Basically talking about themselves is usually a pretty, either it's very dry or it's very egotistic. This one was actually very, very realistic on how their opinions of themselves.
Yes, that's one of the reasons that I love this play so much, and when I read the letters, that I found myself so drawn to them and had to go back and read a bunch of their works again, knowing the kind of people that they were. Vanity was not in any way, shape, or form a part of the kind of people that they were, and egotism, and I think that's what makes this play and these characters and the dialogue, like you were just saying, free from any of those kind of flaws or human errors. Flaubert has his own, and George Sand helps him along the way, but his are more to do with self-deprecation as an artist, which I think as an audience we can all kind of go on that journey with him, because we all know what it is to deprecate ourselves a little bit and be hard on ourselves when it comes to the things that we love to do so much.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
They should expect to see a period piece set in the 1860s, going through time into the 1870s. A piece in the round, which is very exciting because they'll feel like they're very much a part of the action on stage, a very immersive experience. And they should have their brains turned on. If your friends or the audience enjoys French literature from the Romantic period and into the Realism period, even a bigger bonus, they'll really get a kick out of this. History buffs will really get a kick out of this. Or just people that really enjoy seeing the mentorship relationship. That's really what this play is mostly about. It's called Dear Master, and that's Flaubert's reference to George Sand as his mentor, and seeing what she's able to teach him. And so people that can relate to that as well, I think will really take something away from this.
I love the actors. I thought they were fantastic.
I got really lucky. I'm not lucky in the casinos, but I am lucky when it comes to casting, and these two are just beautiful craftsmen. They are, like I've said before, they are deep wells of talent to draw out of. The whole rehearsal experience with them has been such a joy. I feel like Flaubert and George Sand all in one, just being able to dive into the artist and also doing our own art form in acting and directing, and they just give so much, and I think they really take you away on this story, and I couldn't be luckier as a director.
What do you look for in your casting anyway?
I look for truth, I look for honesty, I look for actors that are willing to play, and mostly I would say I look for actors that are smart. I like smart actors. So.
Once again, I really enjoyed the piece. I thought it was very smart. I thought it was very poetic. And again, if you enjoy good character development, if you enjoy a good autobiography, if you actually enjoy a very good book, you'll like this piece.
I agree. I couldn't have said it better. Or I could say, as George Sand says, also if you think that progress advances like the tides of the sea, it advances and retreats and then goes on further and further than ever, you'll really like this play.
I think that was Pascal.
Well, you're right. She quotes Pascal, I'm sorry, but she says it in the play.
Okay, once again, I really enjoyed the performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI, 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Joshua Thomas. I've been a theatre actor for 20 years, trained in Australia, born in New Zealand. I've been in LA for about a year and a half. It's my second show here with the Little Fish. I last acted here a couple of years ago, which is actually the last show I did before this one. I took a break for a while.
And which character did you play tonight?
Gustave Flaubert, the author of Madame Bovary. He's Well, he's a complicated guy. He seems to be the ultimate cynic and bitter and quite a twisted man, but it's actually a factor of an unhealthy level of idealism that he has, and so he's always feeling betrayed and let down when reality doesn't live up to these early expectations that he had. So he seems very angry all the time, but that's just because he has these ridiculously high ideals and dreams about things.
It's interesting how George, the other author, could be so optimistic, and I see her as being his peer, so she is just as educated. She has experienced just as much hardship, but she seems to be a lot more optimistic about life.
Yeah, she is. Well, she's more of a realist, and because she doesn't have such a strange level of idealism, it allows her to have a lot more acceptance about the world around her, which leads to a grounding. Optimism can then creep in. If your standards are too high about everything, then you're never going to be pleasantly surprised by anything, and you're going to end up a bit of a grump.
Do you consider him more of an artist, where he's actually embracing idealism, where he's embracing the art, where she's embracing realism, where she's actually embracing family, embracing abstract ideas like love, which may not exist? What are your thoughts on that?
I think they're both equally artists. I mean, anything can be an artist. To me, a carpenter is an artist. An architect is an artist. Musicians, singers, playwrights. Your outlook on life and your worldview has no bearing on whether or not your creative output is art or not. So I think they're both equally artists.
If my viewers decide to come out and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
A very vibrant, passionate show. Something that's very relevant today, different opinions and how to cross divides, cultural divides, political divides. A lot of love, a lot of passion, and absolutely beautiful writing. This is Gustave Flaubert and George Sand, and a lot of their real words is in the show. It's stunning to listen to, and as an actor, it's wonderful to deliver.
Again, I thought the piece was well written. Obviously, it'd be well written, fantastic writers. I also thought it was incredibly well acted. I think you actually did a fantastic job with your character. I just feel you moving the audience with your, bringing the audience down with your with stupors and all that, but also raising them up with your passion.
Well, again, the writing helps with that, and because it is such a heightened language that they speak, and it's so passionate and it's so fluid, that really helps when you're trying to get those sorts of emotions across to the audience. Yeah, so the performance is very much supported by the power of the writing.
Usually I don't like pieces that don't have a villain in there, or at least some kind of anti-hero. I'm not sure if you would be considered the anti-hero or not, but you two seem to be antagonists to each other, bringing on different opinions. So I do see the drama from that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're opposing worldviews, and they're both very forceful personalities. Their work is still around, still widely read, so they're incredibly important. And that clash between them, yet there's also that undercurrent of love and respect. It can be a bit, is there a protagonist, is there not? And yeah, I mean, I guess there is, and it's that what's living in between them, in the space in between them, that's the real story. That's where everything happens.
Once again, I really enjoyed the piece. I really enjoyed your acting tonight. I enjoyed everyone's acting, actually. Yeah, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you for coming.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Susie McCarthy. I've been a Little Fish Company member now for 4 years. I've worked in several theaters here in Southern California, and I've performed in Portland, Oregon, Houston, Texas, Vancouver, Washington, San Francisco.
And which character did you play?
I played George Sand. I love George. George is a writer, but she's a mother and a person and a friend and a patriot. And writing is one of those things that she is. And she loves life, and she loves people, and she is the eternal optimist and full of hope and love.
I really enjoyed this piece. First of all, I thought it was very witty. I thought it was very intellectual. I thought it was very poetic also. But what's your opinion? If my viewers decide to come and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
They should expect to see a relationship between two people that grows over the years from mentor to pupil, but to friend and cherished artists, cherishing each other.
Yes, I agree. Basically, you don't see that many pieces of friendship where it's not, it's not sexual. It's not. It's not even, I would say, teacher pupil. It's actually about just two people discussing the problems in their life, discussing politics, discussing revolution and war, and actually their feelings about life.
Exactly. I can't even begin to imagine living in those times because it was so brutal. It was so immediate. The danger was right there. And for George Sand to have participated in more than one of these revolutions was, it's astounding to me. I have so much respect for her and her intelligence and her compassion and her love of family. She just loved life.
It's hard to imagine someone like that who was around times that hard that she could still be optimistic, still kind of be innocent, and still be, again, not be hardened over or cynical or basically just not care about anything anymore.
And that is the joy of portraying this character, is that she doesn't give up. She never gives up, especially never gives up on people.
I really enjoyed the piece tonight. I really enjoyed your acting also.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being on the show.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Dear Master will be playing at Little Fish Theater from June 22nd to July 13th. For more information, go to www.littlefishtheater.org.